channel. It's your favorite girl. The book fell over. That's a bad sign. That's a terrible sign. But hey guys, it's your favorite girl Kiana back here with another review. I know it's been a while, but what happened was over like the holidays I read 2 books that I did not do reviews on. That was I can't remember. Snowflakes and Mimosas. And I try to add a like picture here or something. And then the other one was his something. It was a paranormal romance. So I don't know. I can't remember the names. But I did read those 2 books and I didn't do reviews on them. Just because like I was just reading for self-care. Which is good. But also I just wasn't in the mood for like, what's the name? I was trying to do more things with my baby for the holidays and stuff. So that's where we were. I finally finished The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. Y'all, this is book 2 of the Wedding Party series. So this is book number 2 after the wedding date, which I'll post that right here, I guess. If I remember. So yeah, that book. So remember how I always say like there's no such thing as a bad book? Yeah, I don't think it was a bad book. This book was just very somewhat kind of boring. It took me like maybe 3 or 4 weeks to finish. I had it all the way since 2 months ago, and it's very past due at the library, so I'm getting ready to take it back. That's why I wanted to go ahead and do the review so I can get it back to the library. I'm pretty sure I got a huge fine because it's like 2 or 3 weeks late. So like I said, this is book 2. So this is in the storybook. The main characters are Nicole and Carlos. Now Carlos, like I said, because this is part 2 of the wedding date. Carlos is, what's his name? Drew's best friend. And so now we're following Carlos, Drew's best friend, you know, falling in love. We kind of tie back and we meet Drew again later on in the story, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get to the proposal. I mean, this book, okay? So boom. What happens and where our story pretty much starts off is Nick is at this game. Nicole, the female, the black woman, is at the Dodgers game with her boo for his birthday. Boom, out of nowhere, he unexpectedly proposes to her, and it's on the Jumbotron, and yeah, she declined. But she ain't wrong, because you find out in the story they've only been dating for a few months. Not only had they only been dating for a few months, y'all, Fisher spelled her name wrong on the Jumbotron. Like, you talk about you want to marry me and you can't even spell my name right? Yeah. So she says no. He goes, it just ends up really, really bad. Really, really bad. Like, yeah, it wasn't like something like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, no hard feelings. No, there were definitely some hard feelings. So what ends up happening, he proposes, she declines in front of everybody at the game, and it just turns into a big old mess. So what happens, Carlos and his sister Angela comes down and saves her from all of the cameras and the paparazzi of what was going on. And so they just headed out. They left at that moment, and they took her home. And they kind of from there just started, you know, I don't want to say dating. They just started being friends and getting to know each other, you know. And so that was the gist of the story. Of course, it's a romance novel, so you know there was a little bit of love in there. Nick, she was just set on not, you know, getting in a relationship after Fisher. And then Carlos, you know, he just felt like he's a family man, and his father passed away, so he felt like he had to be there for his sister, his mother, and his cousin, which is also very cute. Like, I don't know, like, me personally, when I'm dating, I'm like, okay, if you are not a family man, I don't want you. And I've learned, like, if men ain't close with their mamas, they ain't close with their sisters, somebody else. Pause 1 second, y'all. Okay, so I'm back. I'm off the clock, but it's just crazy because I have to, people I've been calling and they finally call you back after once they get off at 5, so whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, Carla, like when I'm dating men and I realize they're not like a family man, they don't talk to their mom, they don't talk to their daddy, they don't talk to their sister, their brothers, I be falling back because that's weird. Like, I get it, cutting family, y'all. Trust me, this week has took me on a little roller coaster with mine. However, we got it together. My mind's getting kind of wrong, ain't it, y'all? I need retweets. But back to Nick and Carlos. So, it's another story, and that's why I said, like, I rate the book like a 3.5. We've read this story before. It's no different. It's just a little bit of difference. Like I said, Carlos and Nick both agreed, like, oh, they don't want to be involved, they don't want to be in a relationship, they want to do the friends with benefits, woo that thing, and it didn't work out. Somebody ended up, liking one another too much, or falling in love, as they would say. And so what really happens is the Carlos and Nick basically started dating. They hanging out, they having sex, they kind of being in each other's spaces, not as much, but they are doing things together with their friends and their families, and so it kind of brings them closer. Carlos talks to Nick about his dad, and he just felt comfortable. Some of those things you just don't share with anybody. So that's kind of where it went. And what ends up happening is Carlos wakes Nick up out her sleep and just like, I love you, I'm in love with you, da 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 da. Nick does not have the response that Carlos wants. And of course, he shows out. He does his typical male thing, and then they stop talking. And then they come back together, and there it is. Now, like I said, we've read this story before, and I hate that, but I won't even lie to you guys. I think somewhere somebody told me that this book was not as good as The Wedding Day, and they were right. They did not lie. So, I mean, y'all know I like to complete things. So far in my reading journey, there's only one book I did not finish. There's no need to go in it. If you follow me on Goodreads, you'll see what it is, because it's just not that. So there is a book 3. I'm not going to read that right now because I'm working on something else. And so right now I'm reading The Other Mistress by Shanora Williams. I got this book from my coworker. She ordered it from Amazon, so I definitely need to give it back to her. I started a couple days ago. It's very good so far. So that's that one. Also, I've joined the book club at work, so now I have to start kind of like reading 2 books at a time, which I never feel like that's my thing. I feel like that's severe multitasking. I'm already working full-time mom, full-time student, I'm just like, I don't want to do too much now. I do not want to do too much. However, like, my time on the internet and with social media has been limited, like Facebook and Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, kind of like limited time. I just don't put a lot of energy into it anymore. I've been trying to change up a little bit. I'm trying to focus on different things, especially my mental health, my health, physical health, emotional health, all that good stuff. It's, I'm a parent, I'm a mom, so I got to be the best parent I can be for my kids. So some things will just, like fizzle out and go away. And so, I still got locks. I need a retwist bag. I need to wash my hair. And I feel like I just have a lot going on. I'm also doing my photography, working on my arts and crafts, different things. So, like, you guys just have to bear with me. Like, I don't want to be just like, oh, but y'all have been. So, for the, 50-something people who been here, y'all here. Shout out to y'all. Because, yeah. But anyway, let me not take up too much of this time, because I am on. It's time to go pick up my baby. And I'm gonna go pick him up. and we finna have fun. Actually, we got a little errand to run tonight, so yeah, we're not finna do much. We finna chill until it's time for us to do what we gotta do, and then we're gonna go. I plan on doing like a life update, just so you guys can know what's really going on in my life and how everything is. Just up in the air. Definitely been in touch with my lady lately, because lady, help me. I'm getting there, and so I'm not there no more. I think I'm better this week. Last week it was a little rough. I was ready to, yeah. But this week was just a lot better. So yeah, happy reading, guys. Drop y'all book recommendations down below. Yeah, let's get to it. It's the way you act.